episode of the reviews right here on GH Movie Freak TV. My name is Asankomah. I know we promised to bring you reviews almost every weekend, but for the last couple of weeks, we haven't been able to bring you any reviews. But yeah, we're going to try as much as possible to do this as frequently as we can. So do well to give us all the support that you can by liking this particular video. Don't forget as well to subscribe to this channel if you already haven't, and hit the notification bell so that you get updates on any uploads that we put on this channel. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Right, so in this particular episode we are talking about the Lost Okoroshi. This is a Nigerian film that was originally released in 2019 and it's now available for streaming on Netflix. It did pretty amazing on the festival circuit and has received a lot of awesome reviews from critics around the world. Had an awesome premiere at the TIFF, and also it actually has a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. So let's just dive right into it and see what we also think about it. Right, so The Lost Okoroshi is written and directed by Abba Makama. I hope I got that name right. He's a Nigerian director and writer who's fairly new in the Nigerian space, but from what I've gathered around, he seems to be doing pretty much awesome work. And this particular film talks about a security guard who is hunted in his dreams by the Okoroshi, which is Masquerade, and he turns into one Masquerade in real life. And off the top, I think this is a pretty much amazing, out of the box, extraordinary film for me. I think it is quite experimental, and let's just get right into some of the things I like and did not like about this film. The first thing I like about this film is, like I already mentioned before, it seems quite experimental, and I like experimental films, and this particular one seems to have found a unique way to capture some of the nuances that is in itself a Nigerian way of life, from how the choice of locations, the settings, the homes that were used. You seem to get an understanding of what the lives of lower to middle income earners in Lagos, Nigeria live like. You get that feel that this was a film that wasn't shot to capture just the prim and proper side of Lagos, and it actually shows the way of life that people within those income areas live like. And I think that's pretty much awesome. I like that a lot about this film, the way it was captured and how it contributes to telling this particular story, which already, like I mentioned, is out of the box thinking for me. The next thing I like about this film is the fact that it explores some of Nigerians' belief systems. You know, this is something about Masquerade, and when you watch this film, you get to understand how essential the idea of Masquerade is to the Nigerian culture, or the Igbo culture in particular. And it's a film that you actually learn one or two things about their way of life and how the Masquerade system affects them, and how it influences people's spiritual or religious beliefs. I think that's pretty much awesome, and I like how that was captured in this particular film. The next thing I also liked about this film is the choice of sound scoring. I think it's pretty much awesome that it has, again, in the sound department or the scoring department, it has an experimental feel. I like how the techno music and hip-hop music, jazz, soul music is infused with traditional and cultural elements, giving it some form of Afro-futuristic theme. If you're someone that appreciates good music, this is a film that you like. The feels that comes with the music and the story that being told, it's I don't know the right words to use to explain it, but I liked it. I loved it. It's clearly something that the director put into a lot of consideration, and it contributes a lot significantly to how you would enjoy and appreciate this film. Clearly, like I said, this is experimental and it is awesome. Like I liked how it worked together, the story being told and the choice of music for the sound score. Awesome. Right, you cannot watch this film and not appreciate also the acting in this film. I think the actors all were natural on screen. It felt like it felt to some extent like you're watching, I was watching a documentary film. You know, the actors didn't seem forced, their lines didn't seem over rehearsed or it just came natural, you know, like especially considering the story that was being told and how the characters related with each other. I liked it. The first act heading into the second act, you can understand that each character was well developed. You see how they are interrelated, how they are connected to each other, how they are even significant to the story that is being told, and I very much appreciate that about this film. Overall, the editing and cinematography in this film gives it a crude feel. It doesn't look too polished, too refined. It's almost like it's colorless, if I should put it that way. But you still get to understand what the director was going for in terms of location, sites, and how the sets were put together. And I appreciate that about this film. It's artsy. It's very artistic, if you ask me. And thumbs up to the director and how he used these elements to tell this very unique story. Now let's go into the things that I do not like about this film. So the first thing I do not like about this film is it makes use of a 4:3 classic TV box aspect ratio that I feel like it was a bit too close for me. It had you, although it worked at having you sucked into the film, I felt like modern or present day 16:19 could have widened it up and allowed you to feel more relaxed whilst watching this film. I don't know what influenced that choice by the director, but I feel like I did not like that about the film, although it adds to the artistic feel that this particular film has. The next thing I did not like was, for the first few minutes, you are not exactly sure how this film is going to be like. Like I said from the beginning, it fits into the genres of action, adventure, and drama. So for the first few minutes, you are left wondering exactly what is going on. I would have appreciated it if right from the beginning it captures you and takes you right in, so that you do not lose focus. But although if you are able to endure the first few minutes and get into it, you really appreciate the story being told and how it's all connected. I feel like the first few minutes could have been a bit more engaging to get you involved immediately from the get-go, and not necessarily how it was laid back and confusing. Yeah. Also, although I appreciated the awesome choice of sound score, I did not like the overall sound design. I think the music was awesome. The infusion of techno and traditional and African drum patterns and synths with all, you know, that unique feel that comes with the sound score. I loved it. But overall, the sound design was a bit off for me. I felt like there were a couple of scenes that you couldn't quite understand what was going on in terms of the sound, dialogue, and especially for the fact that this film is supposed to have some spiritual feel to it. There's some sort of spiritualism going on in this film, so you'd expect that the sound design takes advantage of all those elements and give you a whole 360 feel when it comes to the dialogue. But the sound design was a bit poor for me. There are actually some scenes that you are confused as to if this is a voiceover, is this dialogue coming out from a character, or is this just, I mean, what it is. And I feel the sound design could have been done better. Yeah, that was the biggest letdown for me in this particular film. Also, the last thing I didn't like about this film was the fact that heading to the end or the climax of the film, one character goes into this intellectual rant that leaves you confused. I mean, I get that this film is a smart film, it's an experimental film, it's talking about subjects that are not basic, it's not a comedy that's supposed to make you laugh, it's something much more deeper than that. But that particular scene had me zoned out completely. It was like you tell us, okay, it's a smart film and you are dumb, you know. And maybe it was just me, but I feel like a lot more could have been done to that particular scene in terms of the dialogue that was given out at that particular scene, could have been toned down a bit so that you are able to pick up on all the social cultural imbalances and the thoughts of psychedelic feels and all those kind of stuff that it was trying to communicate at that particular point in the film. It had me zoned out for some point, and I actually had to take my time to really try and understand what this particular character was going on about. And I feel like that particular scene was a bit too intellectual for me. Yeah, that's how I see it. I'm sure a lot more people who watch that particular scene would not get exactly what the character was talking about, and how that maybe I'm the dumb one here, but I just feel like it could have been toned down a bit to get us to understand and learn one or two things about all that talk about social cultural imbalances, and I don't know what else was going on over there. But that didn't do that for me. Yeah, that particular scene didn't work for me. Now to my final verdict. Overall, I would score this film a well-earned 8/10. I love experimental films, and this is a film that is clearly out of the box experimental. It's from the sound score to the story being told, to how the story is told, to how it captures nuances in the lives of low-level to middle-level income earners in Lagos, Nigeria, and how it tells a story about spiritualism. I love that. It's clearly an awesome script put together, something that has a bit of a uniqueness to it. It's not your everyday comedy, it's not your everyday drama, it's not your romantic comedy, but it has this unique feel to it that I really much enjoyed and appreciated. So this is an 8/10 for me. Now I have the director on my radar, and I'm going to be checking out a lot of his work as time goes on, and to see what else he has in store for us. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much awesome film. I quite enjoyed it. I think you should get on Netflix and check it out as well, and let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and share this particular video so a lot more people could watch this channel as well. And if you already haven't subscribed, I would entreat you once again to hit the subscription button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell as well, so that any uploads that we put on this channel, you'll be the first to see it. My name is Asankomah, and this has been another episode of the reviews right here on GH Movie Freak TV. I'm out.